Da 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 da. Hey Tim, what are we about to go do?
We're gonna go see Star Trek, right?
Star Wars.
Oh right.
Star Wars.
All right.
Finally.
Yes.
Finally, may the Force be with you, my friend.
And also with you.
Ooh, nice. All right, so we thought we'd film our thoughts of the movie before we saw it and after.
So that's what this is.
Yeah. So
we have not seen it yet.
No, we are driving to the theater. We're about 2 hours early because we're that excited.
Mm-hmm.
We were at the theater about
an hour and a half ago.
An hour and a half ago? Yeah. And there was a line already.
There was a line. Although it wasn't for our show.
Yeah,
ours is the 8 o'clock. And
there's a 7 o'clock showing.
Which was not a thing when we bought our tickets.
So frankly, that's not fair. It's not fair to hold us to that.
No.
All right. So, moving away from that. What are your thoughts?
I'm not bitter.
What are your thoughts about the film right now?
I really hope to see Jar Jar Binks.
I don't.
Just kidding.
I
don't think
hope to see Jar Jar Binks.
No.
I do hope to see a lot of Han.
Yeah.
If I could see some Han, some old Han.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
That would be nice.
Do you think?
It'd be cool if like they had like a thing with him like shooting first. You know?
That would be cool. Like they settled it once and for all.
Yeah.
Like what if that? Yeah, that'd be a nice.
That would be a nice little touch.
Finally, like.
It's
Wait, Han shot first.
Well, obviously, yeah.
Everyone knows Han shot first.
Right.
So, I'm really excited. I'm really curious to see how Luke is going to play into the story, because as we all know, he hasn't been in any of the promotional material.
Right. I think they did it on purpose, obviously.
Intentionally, because everyone's going to be like, "Where's Luke?"
Right.
I don't think he's turned to the dark side like people have thought.
Although that was a story arc that was, given forward by George Lucas.
Yeah, but my thinking is, we spent my thought process was we spent the entire Star Wars saga up to this point has been the story of Anakin, going to the dark side and being redeemed.
Yeah.
And so wouldn't it make sense for us to retread that all over again?
I don't know where I am.
Pause. I'm just gonna go to the roundabout and take a right, and you're gonna follow that.
Okay, cool.
It wouldn't make sense for us to go through another story of a character who didn't know he had the Force, find out he had the Force, try to be good, turn evil, and then become good at the end.
Right.
I mean, maybe J.J. Abrams has something up his sleeve, but I don't see Anakin. I don't see Anakin, or Luke. I'm sorry, I don't see Luke being evil. What are you worried about?
Obviously, I'm worried that I'm going to be disappointed, and it's going to turn out like the prequels.
Yeah, because I've watched a few of those videos of, like, people interviewing back when the prequels came out, and
it was probably very similar to this.
Yeah, it was. Everyone's super excited. They even leave the theater going, "Wow, that was great. That was awesome." And then now everyone's like, "How did we think the prequel movies were good?"
Right.
But I do know the premiere was a few nights ago. It was either Wednesday or Tuesday, and a bunch of celebrities went, and they've all tweeted, "No spoilers, thank you." And if you out there, if you've seen it and your friends haven't, don't you dare spoil this.
Yeah, don't.
Because we will not be doing that.
No. Well, I'm sure at the very end of this video, spoilers alert.
Right, but that's not yet. That's not now. That's then.
We don't know yet.
This is now. We don't know what's gonna happen. Who knows? Maybe nothing of excitement happens in this movie. Nothing to talk about.
Nothing to talk about.
It could just be just the Star Wars theme and a blank screen for 3 hours. We don't know what we're getting into.
Who knows? It would be worth it though.
I am worried about a prequel situation happening, but from what I've seen, everyone said it's great. And they say J.J. Abrams has managed to put a bunch of set pieces. Like, the whole thing is just huge moments.
Yeah.
And that's awesome. Like, we saw in the trailer, we saw them flying through the destroyed Star Destroyer, was that what it was? In the desert.
Oh, yeah,
There was a TIE fighter, and they were flying through that. And I think the girl was also climbing through that. And then there's some kind of bombing in the desert, but all we've seen mainly is the desert, though, haven't we?
Yeah.
And then that city with all the stormtroopers. That looks. You didn't watch the trailer, did you?
I watched the first one, but I try not to.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil anything. Even when I watched there was this one video. It was like 7 seconds long of the movie. It came after some weird concert thing.
Yeah, where they did an acapella version.
Yeah. I watched that 7 seconds, and even watching that made me feel bad. Like
because you're like, oh, now I kind of have an idea of what maybe this, like,
Right.
how these characters meet in this situation.
Right, and I want to go in. I want to go in clean slate.
Yeah, so he's completely. I on the other hand, love to look up on the theories and what's going on.
Yeah.
And so.
Don't get me wrong, I hear about them.
Right. Yeah.
At work, but like.
We discuss them and stuff, but he doesn't actively seek them out. So his is a fresher mind than mine going into this.
Yes.
Um,
It's more pure.
I am excited to see BB-8.
Yeah, BB-8.
BB-8.
BB-8 here is gonna see his
right.
older brother on screen.
We're excited to see him.
Yeah.
C-3PO, R2-D2.
Yep.
I want to know why C-3PO, his arm is a different color. And
The silver one?
The trailer, yeah.
I think it's just like interchangeable parts, right?
Really? Maybe.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Maybe they could take like C-3PO's consciousness and put it into something completely different.
That would be an interesting way to deal with that character.
Yeah. Just kind of like how they put C-3PO's head on that droid in the...
yeah, in the prequels.
Yeah.
Look at that, laughing at a moment, smiling.
Huh.
At a moment from the prequels. Doesn't happen often.
No, it doesn't.
I will say
And that was actually really dumb when it happened.
one of the best parts of the prequels is Samuel L. Jackson. I think he was amazing, and I loved him.
It'd be cool.
He had the purple lightsaber.
That purple one was cool. That perp.
Yeah. I think someone is going to die in this film. I think somebody's going to die.
No
in
one
this
is
series.
going to die in this whole movie.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Well, hopefully the stormtroopers' aims have gotten just a little bit better.
Probably not.
No.
No.
Because then what's Star Wars if they can just shoot
Right.
them on sight?
Right.
Have you like paid attention to that scene? There's that scene where they're diving into the trash compactor, and they just run. All of them run
Right,
through a hallway.
It's a hallway, and that's it. Like,
Full of-
stormtroopers are on the other side, and they're just...
shooting. They miss everything, and like the last two, I think, is CP3O and R2D2, and they kind of walk over. They don't even
Yeah.
like go, wow.
Yeah. And, like, whoever their defense contractor is, whoever made those weapons and trained the stormtroopers to shoot those weapons,
Yeah.
needs to be fired. They lost their contract.
So, what do you think, because surely they're gonna do some kind of homage to him. Do you think we'll see any of Darth Vader
Yeah.
in this?
Obviously,
Like, do
in
you
the
think
trailer, we see his helmet.
Yeah, but do you think, like, James Earl Jones will have recorded new lines for something? Like, I'm not saying, like, old footage or flashback. I'm saying, do you think that we'll get some kind of new, like, even just like remember him? He was awesome. You know? Or like that scene in the second Star Wars film, the original trilogy.
Yeah.
When Luke goes into the giant tree and he faces his fear, and there's Darth Vader there.
Oh,
It's
right.
not really
Yeah.
him.
Right.
So do you think we could get something like that? Because I would really like to just see Darth Vader. I would
Right.
like to see him and not be like old footage. I would like to like in the original, like the new trilogy, the first, you know, they at least ended with Anakin being crowned Darth Vader,
Right.
which I thought was really cool.
This
I mean-
parking here is crazy. This
It
place
is.
is packed.
This is crazy for sure. Let's hope this movie goes well.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. May the Force be with you.
And also with you.
Star Wars. The Force is awakened. Josh here from the Tim and Josh Show, and we just saw
Star Wars.
The Force Awakens. It
was phenomenal.
phenomenal.
Mind?
Whoa, what's that? Was it just blown?
It was blown.
Oh,
The
woo!
only thing, they did not let me bring this in.
They actually, we have some footage of us with our lightsabers, but they wouldn't let us bring it into the premiere.
I was very disappointed.
A little
Just
disappointed
look
about that.
Look how beautiful this.
$8. Beautiful as well. So let's get to the movie.
Let's get to it.
What was your thoughts on the movie?
They didn't mess it up.
They didn't. By they, you mean he,
J.J. Abrams.
J.J. Abrams.
Right. And I thought when I first heard that Disney had bought the rights to Star Wars, I was like, great.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like Up or whatever.
Right.
They're gonna turn Star Wars into some stupid.
They're gonna bloat it just like the CGI film added to the original trilogy.
Yep.
I've got to say,
I thoroughly enjoyed
Yes.
the entire time.
yes, it was very, 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 very well done.
It was. There were lots of little quips,
Yeah.
little one-liners, little pans,
There are hints.
Yeah.
There are teasers to things that come from the past. And this right now is a spoiler-free review. We will get to the spoilers in a second.
Yeah.
But you are warned, spoiler-free right now. It was great.
It was awesome. So, I mean, I don't know how long people like the hype's gonna last.
Yeah.
Like, do you think the movie theater's gonna be full for the next couple
I
weeks?
think after
I know I'm gonna see it again.
after everything I've seen tonight, I think that the theater will be packed for quite some time.
Right. The whole crowd in there was super energetic.
Oh.
Like when the credit, when the
opening.
title roll.
Yeah.
Like, the whole crowd woo!
And the music cut in, and everyone just freaks out because of Star Wars. We were in the theater watching Star Wars.
Yep.
And whilst watching the movie, what I kept thinking to myself, because there were some scenes where I'm getting emotional too, and it's just I'm seeing a character again that I saw when I was a kid, and I think that's the real draw to it all, though.
Yeah.
Is
kids aren't gonna have the same attraction to it as us. Obviously, they're gonna watch it because it's cool.
Right.
But for us, we have this long-standing.
Yeah. My thinking is to everyone who was around when it was created, they were there when it was created. But for us, we were there when the new trilogy.
The new trilogy was.
And so Star Wars had already been its own mythos to us. I can remember asking my stepdad growing up.
Yeah.
About what why who's Luke, why are they doing this, who's Vader, because I never understood it, and I can remember constantly he'd explain the Force and how you become bad, how you become good.
Yep.
And I think what the main draw to the series is, after I was watching it, I see a character again that I saw when I was all old, and I realized that this is a series that has started before I was around and has continuously aged with me.
Right. Yep.
And so it feels as if the universe is actually alive because it's growing. So what did you think of the story?
I wasn't expecting it, but it was such a surreal moment, just like you were saying, right? So I was sitting there watching the title roll. It's like, man,
I'm in the movie theater.
I am in the movie theater
watching
a brand new Star Wars. This is the greatest day of my life right now.
Who knows? Maybe they're never gonna stop the series, and one day the 100th one will come out. But we'll be there. We'll be when it all started back up again, we were there.
Yeah, back when Disney bought it.
Back when Disney bought it.
Disney said that they're gonna keep making more Star Wars until they stop making money. So it kind of makes me a little worried.
Well, we're getting a trilogy right now, and I think they're gonna ultimately end this story. And I know we're getting the spin-offs, and we get Han Solo's getting his own a young Han Solo.
Okay.
And then we're getting Rogue 6 or something like that, about just rebels that have nothing to do with the main story. And so I'm excited about that. I think they handled bringing back certain characters very well.
Yeah, they did.
And I think they did some things with some of the characters that I wasn't exactly expecting.
Right.
And some people play to their strengths, and who are these people and what are they?
Sure.
And I think it was all done really well. There were a few things where I'm oh, I called it, or I kind of saw that coming. But there were a few things where I was just yeah, okay, I wasn't expecting you to go there with that. But that's really cool. And there's a scene in the very beginning of the film when they're running toward the crash, when they're running. They're running through the desert, and I'm not spoiling anything because it was in the trailers.
Yeah.
They're running through the desert, and that scene set up one of the most delicious moments.
Yeah, it was great. The whole crowd there was
one of the most delicious moments, and that's right at the very beginning, and
that just set the tone for the entire movie.
Yeah, from the beginning to the end, it kept moving.
Yeah.
There was some like, you know, talking, figuring out what's going on, but it was always interjected, right?
Yeah, nothing was boring.
Yeah, like we were moving, we were learning about new characters.
Yep.
And the way that they meshed the new characters with the old characters, I thought was handled very well.
Yep.
You know, and it was kind of cool because they did some of the dynamics of the old film, whilst keeping the new cast in it, and you could see like there are certain scenes where you see modern film and old film, like the way they used to talk in old film, like kind of mesh with like how modern we are now, and how our lingo in the films are different. Like there's a great little banter between Han and Finn.
Yep.
And where you can really see like clearly this is the younger generation taking over, but it's nice.
They're passing the torch.
Yeah, it's really nice the way they do it.
So are you ready to get into the spoiler section?
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
If I
please
figure
stop
right.
watching if you haven't seen it yet.
But subscribe to Tim Joshua. Follow
TimJoshua.com.
Right, it'll be somewhere.
Yep.
Okay, spoilers.
Spoilers. All right. One thing that at the very end, I was a little like, what? Was when Luke was standing on that thing.
Okay.
And like he's the only one on this entire fucking planet. The entire planet. He's the only one there. And like they found him like on this island.
Okay, so I understand because like the whole movie is pretty much, besides defeating the bad guy, is the search for Luke. Like that's like where is Luke Skywalker?
Right.
I
thought that was kind of cool because we had, like the people had noticed that Luke's not in the trailers because the whole point of the movie was to look for Luke.
Right. Yeah, but I like how they credit him in the poster, but really, he has maybe a minute of screen time.
Yeah.
But I know what they're doing. They're setting it up because just like in what's the second Star Wars film? Well, the second one, Luke goes to train with Yoda in a planet like out of reach, and I think that's exactly and I think that's exactly what they're doing here. They're setting up the female who learns that she has the Force.
Yeah.
Is she's gonna be training with Luke.
I did not see that coming. Like we all thought Finn, right? We all thought Finn was going to be the main protagonist Jedi guy.
Yeah.
And then it turned out to be her.
So who was your favorite character in
BB-8?
BB-8 definitely stole the show.
BB-8 has such a personality, even though it's just a little droid.
Oh man, BB-8, and he meshes very well with all the other droids.
Yeah.
Like it's not like, oh no, who's this new guy?
Like there was a time when they were on the Millennium Falcon, and Finn had told
Riley? Who, the girl?
Yeah.
They said
It starts with an R.
They said two different names, because at the very beginning they called her like Amelia or Maria or something like that. And then she goes by a different name, like, every other time they see her. So I never really figured out her name. They didn't...
Okay, so there was this time where Finn had told the girl that he was part of the Resistance, and they were on the Millennium Falcon, and she kept asking him where the Resistance was, and BB-8 obviously knew where.
Oh, okay.
Where it was.
I know what we're talking about.
And then like BB-8's like, and like he had whispered to BB-8, he's like, I'm actually not part of the I'm actually not part of the Resistance.
Yeah, just level with me.
Can you help me out, bro? And she's asking, and he's like looking back at between them, is like, what should I do? What should I do? And like he tells her, and Finn's like, thanks, buddy. And then
He's got a little...
he pops out like a little lighter, and his like makes a thumbs up.
Like, I got you, man.
Got you. You're such a bro.
My favorite character was actually the Han Solo type. Like, they have a new guy who fills in Han Solo's shoes from the first one. Poe was his name.
Oh,
He's who we opened the film with. And he kind of sets everything in motion.
Yeah.
He takes Leia's part.
He is a great pilot. Oh my.
He is. Oh, the way they handled the Millennium Falcon scenes.
Yeah.
There's a scene in the very beginning where the Millennium Falcon has these two TIE fighters, And yes, we saw it in the trailer, but like it's just so cool. Like it was handled so extremely well. Yeah. It was just like, whoa. Oh man, it was good.
If you can't tell,
we're a little excited.
We enjoyed it.
Yes. Okay, so final verdicts on the film.
I mean, I don't know if there's any need to say this. I mean, go out and see it.
Yeah, the Force is definitely awakened.
The Force is strong with this movie.
That's right. That's right. This is the film you're looking for.
Yes.
Okay, so signing out. My name's Josh.
My name's Tim.
This has been
The Tim and Josh Show.
Thank you.
It's gonna keep doing it.
I didn't realize we gotta keep doing it.
Alright, even though we have the Force, you still have to buckle up.
Sorry. We keep it safe in this galaxy.